It will be Melanie. This is Melanie Chan. Melanie has provided information for me. Those who haven't learned to. Her Pathways project is under Visionary Communications. It's a level 4, communicate change in a 5 to 7 minute processor. Her title, it's the end of the world as we know it. So what happens when you cross a person who doesn't like surprises with an ultimate surprise? Let's find out and how a club can handle an unexpected surprise. We give you Melanie Cheong.
Thank you, Mr. MC. It's 2017, a week before Christmas holidays. Our club is on break and enjoying our end of year party. It's now recess and everywhere is closed. President Melanie gets this message. Good day, Eastwood Toastmasters. From 2018, the public can no longer use our building. Goodbye. The public? We're not the public. We're Toastmasters. And bah humbug to you too. Like I said, everywhere is closed, and everyone in our club expects to restart in 3 weeks. The reasonable response for someone who hasn't completed the motivational strategies path is, dearly beloved, we may no longer gather to improve our communication and leadership skills. End of Visionary Communication Project. So, who are you going to call? Not Ghostbusters. Once, I worked for a company just like AT&T, Bell, or Telstra. And during one alcohol-free lunch, we hear the Nightmare on Elm Street's true story of an IT manager who opens up the Sunday newspaper, dun, 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 to be faced with a full-page advert for a product launching tomorrow. Marketing hadn't told him or IT. So he called his team to the office that day and they programmed it so it could work tomorrow. Are you laughing because you're sunshiny customer service, innocent customer, or head in the clouds marketing? So the lesson learned there is IT doesn't laugh in these stories, and the number one people you need to tell the who is tell your execs. The execs solved the big hole in our plan problem. The SSA finds an emergency local venue. The treasurer approves the one-off cost, which is only 3 times over budget. A real Christmas deal. And it's time to communicate to the hordes. All the 25 in number 2, which is our members, which is done by the VPE and the VPM, and then the hundreds of visitors, past and present. Next, what do we need to share? Now, it seems obvious where we were and where we will be next. But let me tell you about a little debacle about confusing supermarket pricing on the shelves. Is it a special? Is it cheaper? No, it's actually like a mass imaginary number. It doesn't exist. So most important thing you need to know when you need to share something is be simple for the direct communicators, give some detail for the analytical communicators, give some encouragement for the style that doesn't like change, and then the last one will be just happy you told them. So for the what, address is a good start. Directions is even better. This is where we were before. And if you go to the old place, this is where we're going to be going forward. Simple, right? Except a reader interprets simple instructions in really unpredictable ways. Or we have your go to your other left navigation challenged person. Here's Tom, the other left. Or those on autopilot who never read and then wonder, where's everybody? Where's everybody? And speaking of where should we communicate? A little aside, Rebel Wilson took a helicopter to work, I think end of last year, in the same city when the wear of a new traffic interchange caused chaos. I don't have a helicopter, so I needed to take the regular car and just get stuck in traffic. This simple parking sign, which I have lost at the moment, anyway, you'll see it later, is exactly where it's needed. So where do we reach the who's? Except we had a Facebook chat group. The members we reached through email, and the past and potential visitors we reached through email and constant contact like communications called MailChimp. And outreach to everyone else who hadn't yet visited us. We fixed up our Club Central, we fixed up the district website, and we fixed up our Facebook pages, and we made a giant meetup announcement to get everyone to the right place. But there's more. Remember, we've sent out gazillion flyers to the public, and you can't go and fix those gazillion flyers in post boxes because they're out in the wild. They're out in the wild. There's nowhere to go and get them back. So backup, way number one. A simple sign and map on the back of the building. Ooh. So here's my simple parking sign, which was in the wrong order. But the simple sign in the back of the locked building, so you can see the little door on the right side. And on the building door, we said, here is to go to the other place. Here's the map. And the backup where number two. Hello, Melanie. The parking is empty and the door is locked. Where is everybody? Where is everybody? Answer the desperado calls and texts because you're going to get 1 billion of them on the day. And that is how we got a club visiting division director and visitors to a surprise new location. And then all we needed to do is rinse and repeat for our new home 2 weeks later. So do you need to communicate a mother lode or minor change? Remember the who, what, and where to make the world a happier place, even if you've gone grey or lost your hair in the process. Mr. MC.
Thank you, Melanie. Yes, for sure, for sure. A motherload of information there, yeah. And for all of us who've been around Toastmasters for much more than a week, you've had a club where you've had to change a meeting location. Yeah, signage, it helps. Marvelous. Let's turn this over back to our facilitators, Koki and Marjane. Have about 4 minutes.
So let me go ahead this time, and I want to ask those who hasn't spoke yet. How about Marie? You haven't spoke, right? And the matron, did you speak? I'm not sure. How about Charlotte? You did. Okay. How about Charlotte hand? And can see. How about Vanessa? Go ahead. Starting with Anne-Marie.
Oh, Melanie, that was so entertaining. I really liked that. One thing I will say is I'm a little bit hard of hearing, and sometimes I read lips. So every time you did this, I had a hard time seeing what you were saying. but that, that's a specialized thing. But other than that, I really enjoyed your speech and I found it very, very entertaining. So good job.
Melanie, this is Charlotte Han. I really enjoyed the speech as well, just like Anne Marie did. I thought your volume needed to be just a little bit higher, but the pitch was pretty good. The voice quality could be just a little bit better. I think you were pretty articulate, but I felt like it might help a little bit to be just a step more into it. The voice variety was excellent. The organization of the speech was wonderful. Thank you very much. Next.
I really, really enjoyed that, Melanie, and I could relate to something similar, a similar time too, having to move, and all the directions and things. I really enjoyed it. My only suggestion, maybe some of the visuals, the maps, just make them a little slightly simpler, a bit more abstract rather than a little bit cluttered. But otherwise, I really, really enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. I'll go ahead with a few more. How about Raha Jessup and Linda Ramrath, followed by Peter Barrett. Raha? Are you there?
I think she is no longer here.
Okay, well then how about, what did I say next? Linda.
Okay. I really like the organization of the speech and the vocal variety and how you identify different types of communicators that you had to get this message to. I think that if you slowed down and paused, it wouldn't have been so frantic from beginning to end. There's a lot of information you were trying to get in there. And the only visual I didn't understand was the closet of shirts. So something went over my head there. But I really enjoyed it. And I will send you your written evaluation tomorrow morning.
All right, Peter Barrett, and then how about Beth Boaz after Peter?
Hi, Melanie. I enjoyed the speech as well. I thought you did a good job of expressing the issues around giving instructions. Having done that many times myself, I think that where you allowed to use music, you might have considered the Mission Impossible theme. But I would also like to echo what I think Linda just said. You could have used pauses a little more effectively without actually changing the speech. I think if you had used some pauses and changed the delivery slightly, I think it would have been even funnier. Otherwise, very nice job.
Thank you, Peter. Beth Boaz, do you have some comments for Melanie?
I do, Melanie. I love some of your turns of phrases. Your other left, I've been told that before, and the Flyers were now out in the wild, and rinse and repeat. So some cute turns of phrases that really helped your message. My only suggestion, and I think maybe somebody put this in the chat, some of the graphics were a little bit low resolution, and I found myself going, wait, what does that say? So make sure that your graphics are crystal clear so that we can get the point that you're making. Back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Beth, and I'll turn it back to Tom with the mother load of information that we have received already.
Snuck another one in there. Thank you both, Koki and Marjane, for assisting each other there very well.